Hello, Sunny here, and I'm going to tell you about how, since my company website has started already yesterday, and it's going to become recognized later today once I get back home to finish it, I'm going to tell you why Apple Inc., not Apple Computer like it should be, is not going to shine forever. Because of Steve Jobs' dangerous thoughts that lingered into Tim Cook's mind. Tim Cook, you had a lot more potential to be a good computer person, but you let Steve Jobs' influence turn you into a bad person. It's just sad how he lost his potential to be a great computer salesperson at a company, like not listening to. If he didn't listen to Steve Jobs, he would have done better. Because the worst mistake that Apple ever made was returning to Steve was purchasing Next back in 1996. But that wasn't the worst part of it. The worst part of it was actually Steve Jobs becoming CEO of Apple. That was the worst part, because there was a reason why he left in 1985. Anyway, I've gone over this a million times, figuratively, and I'm going to be launching a lot more quadrillion computers today and in the coming days. Later in the month, you'll hopefully see the mobile lineup once we have mobile cases for like laptops that we can put micro ATX ports in, the battery in the power supply area. You're probably going to laugh at me for copying Apple's Performa strategy, but I'm making sure it's being done right and not, like, crazily wrong. I mean, Dell had a crazy number strategy in the most recent days, and in fact, Dell's actually succeeding, even with, like, repeating different numbers of products from years and years ago, from, like, a decade ago. Some of the products are exactly the same number. I know it's different between like NVIDIA and AMD with the 6800 XT GPU. The 6800 XT NVIDIA is a different company from the 6800 XT AMD. That's perfectly fine, except for the fact that AMD stole from Intel. Or no, AMD stole from NVIDIA. Yes, they did. But the main idea that my computers are going to have is like thicker bodies, better expandability, allows for better cooling and upgradability. The one thing my computers have is, drumroll, user upgradability, unlike Apple. That's what's going to actually make my computer shine. Going by the slogan, ne'er too thin, ne'er too slow, emphasizing how thin computers are a bad idea. That's nice. Other slogans would be, compute human again. That would be another one. Another one is compute human again, talking about how we can use both a great operating system like Windows 7 or Linux combined with a great piece of computer hardware, like one with a PGA or LGA socket, one with and also RAM slots that are interchangeable, and CPU storage and optical drives, and 3.5 inch and 5.25 inch bays. That's a lot to say. All those expansion areas. Yeah. All that. Well, that's gonna be good. I think that's the M7. You can see the line from here. The other thing I make videos about. But with Apple limiting the expansion to the Mac Pro, yeah, thankfully the new Mac Pro will be getting expansion. It's not as much as the old one. Thankfully. Well, the thing is that the Mac Pro is too expensive and too powerful for people who just want to use an expandable computer, especially a laptop or a low-end desktop, for like capabilities like expansion. If they need more storage in the future, that's especially true on that class of computer. And Apple just refuses to do that. And they have all sorts of companies copying them now, making a fool of themselves, criticizing Apple for things that they later do themselves. What's up? What is wrong with these companies? Even Dell. You can see a lot of my rants on that in the past, because I don't need to go over it again. And yes, I know I'm using Bulldozer CPUs, but I'm optimizing them to make them better. There are other options for like Zen-based CPUs up to Zen 4 that have aluminum casings, and still the thick body on the laptops. You have a ton of options, and that's what I'm giving you customers.